Good morning, everyone. My topic is about Central Drug Standard Control Organization. In this, we will study about the introduction, the function of Cdsco, organizational chart, clinical process, drug approval process, cosmetics and medical devices approval, Sugam online portal, recent advances in Cdsco, and some summary. Now let's begin with the introduction. The Central Drug Standard Control Organization. It is an national regulatory body for Indian pharmaceutics and medical devices, which serves parallel function to European medicine agencies of the European Union, the PMDA of Japan. PMDA stands for Pharmaceutics and Medical Devices Agency, the Food and Drug Administration of the United States, and the Medicines and Healthcare Product Regulatory Agencies of the United Kingdom. The headquarters is in New Delhi, India. Ministry responsible for CDSCO are Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Within the CDSCO, the Drug Controller General of India, DGCI, regulates the pharmaceutical and medical devices under the gamut of Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The DGCI is responsible for approval of new drugs, medical devices, and clinical trials to be conducted in India. The DGCI is advised by the Drug Technical Advisory Board (DTAB) and Drug Consultative Committee (DCC). The functions of CDSCO are approval of new drugs and clinical trials, import registration and licensing, approving of blood banks, vaccines, rDNA products, and some medical devices. Amendments to D&C Act and Rules, banning of drugs and cosmetics, grant of test license, personal license, NOCs for export, testing of new drug. This is the organization chart, which is divided into three parts: headquarters, journal office, sub-journal office. The headquarters are further divided into four main type: new drugs, CLAA, which stand for Central Licensing Approval Authority, imports and export, DTAB and DCC, which are further divided into port office and laboratories. In port office, the export and import are done, and in laboratories, testing of drug samples and validation of test protocols are done. In zonal office and sub-zonal office, the GMP audits and the coordination with states are done. Clinical process. An application to conduct clinical trials in India should be submitted along with the data of chemistry, manufacturing, control and animal studies to DGCI. The date regarding the trial protocol, investigator brochures, and informed consent documents should also be attached with the application. A copy of application must be submitted also to the ethical committee, and the clinical trials are conducted only after the approval of the DGCI and ethical committee. If any new drug substance is not marketed in any other country, then the new drug registration using Form 44 along with the full preclinical and clinical testing information is applied after the completion of clinical trials. The information regarding the prescriptions, samples, and testing protocols, product monograph, labels, and cartoon must also be submitted in the application. The application can be reviewed in the range of about 12 to 18 months. After the NDA approved of that application, when a company is allowed to distribute and market a product, it is considered to be in phase 4 trials, in which new uses or new population or long-term effects, etc. are explored. An application to conduct clinical trials in India should be submitted along with the data of chemistry, manufacturing, control and animal studies to DGCI. These are the drug approval process. The applicant, firstly, the IND application filing to CDSCO headquarters, which are then examined by the new drug division, detailed reviewed by the IND committee, then it is recommended to DGCI. After that, the IND applications are approved, clinical trials then start, and then the application for new drug registration to CDSCO. which is further reviewed by DGCI if complete license is granted. If not complete, refuse to grant the license. So, when a company in India wants to manufacture or import a new drug, it has to apply to seek permission from the licensing authority, DGCI, by filing in Form 44, also submitting the data as given in Schedule Y of Drug and Cosmetic Act 1940 and Rules 1945. Schedule Y means it provides guidelines for conduct of clinical trials of new drug in India. Applicants are required to provide technical data in respect of safety and efficacy before this could be permitted to be marketed in India. Definition of new rules also include fixed dose combination which are required to be marketed for first time in country. Cosmetics and medical devices approval. For the imports of cosmetics into India, the cosmetics needs to be registered with the licensing authority as defined under Rule 21 of Drug and Cosmetic Acts and Rules. The regulatory applications need to be submitted in Form 42 along with the soft copies of the information about the brands, the products, the manufacturer, the product specification and testing protocol to receive the cosmetic registration certificate in Form 43. The cosmetics that are supposed to be imported are categorized into brands. These brands are divided into four main categories, namely skin products, hair and scalp products, nails and other cosmeticals such as cuticle products and oral hygiene products. License will be granted within 6 months by Cdsco. However, as per a notification in 2014, the targeted timeline for cosmetic regulatory approval process is 90 days, which means 3 months. Earlier, manufacturer could sell medical devices in India without any jurisdiction. Since 2006, medical devices entering India must be in compliance with the Indian Medical Device Regulation has been set by Cdsco. Registration is valid for 3 years and renewal application, which means re-registration, need to be submitted 6 months in advance of expiry of the registration certificate. Recent advances in Cdsco. To improve ease of doing business, Cdsco increases the validity of WHO GMO certificate to 3 years. Earlier it was 2 years, said DGCI Eswara Reddy during the 6th Annual International Exhibitions of Pharma and Healthcare. The protocols for clinical trials approval has been changed by setting the timeline of approval at 45 days. After approval does not come within this time, the protocol would deem to be approved. 56 DCC held on 1st June 2019. DCC, after deliberation, opined that new drugs and clinical trial rules 2019 for mandatory inspection of BA/BE study centers by officers authorized by state licensing authorities. Sugam Online Portal. It is an online licensing portal of Cdsco which has been implemented on January 2016 and has been named Sugam to file application for various services like application submission, processing and grant of permission for quick delivery of services. Sugam benefits are applicant can apply for license under import and export and registration division to Cdsco. They can easily track the status of submitted application. If they have doubt, they can easily raise queries which are answered back. Application can also upload essential documents for registration, import license and other related activities. Summary. So, CDSCO is the main regulatory body for Indian pharmaceutical, medical devices and clinical trials. Head office is located in New Delhi and function under control of DGCA under Ministry of MOHFW. There are 6 zonal offices, 3 sub-zonal and 6 laboratories under CDSCO to perform the GMP audits and inspection in maintaining units, uniform standard of inspection and enforcement, and quality control of drugs and cosmetics in the country respectively. CDSCO looks after the clinical trial approval, drug approval, cosmetics and medical device approval. All are done with the permission granted by DGCI after ensuring that all submitted documents are accurate and complete. Thank you.